Good morning, High Desert Center for Spiritual Living. Welcome to all of you joining us online and those of you that are actually here. Yay! Welcome where we are transforming lives, building dreams, revealing love, where all we ask is that you stay completely open to changing your life by changing your mind. Welcome home. I'm Valerie Reeves, Spiritual Director here. It's my honor, my pleasure to be here with all of you, knowing that we come here to remind ourselves of the divinity that we are. So I want you to be thinking about that. You are divine. So think about that inside your heart, how divine you are and how amazing you are, that something wonderful is unfolding. And so let's all stand and join the choir and rise up. The words of Anna Curtis Hopkins made into a song, so let's rise up.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Emily, and I am your MC today. Welcome, friends, family, spiritual family, everybody that's here with us today. Thanks so much for coming. It's good to see all of you. Here at the High Desert Center for Spiritual Living, we are an all-inclusive center of love. We recognize and celebrate each person as divinely unique. We view each individual as an expression of the one spirit in all. Together, we are co-creating a world that works for everyone. We teach and embody the science of mind principles that support our core values, which are love, healing, spiritual growth, oneness, abundance, service, and diversity. Thank you for choosing to be here today. Welcome home. Thank you, everyone who's joining us online as well. We're all here, and hopefully we will see you soon back in the sanctuary because we miss you. Okay, say hello in the chat box and let us know where you're calling from if you're online today. We'd love to connect with you. If you're joining us for the very first time in person today, a very special welcome to you. If you don't already have a welcome packet, you can pick one up at our welcome desk on the right side when you exit the sanctuary. There is some information about our center, and also at our books, there's information about the center and also our Books and More gift shop, which will be open right after service today during office hours during the week. If you got a program today, all the ways you can connect with our center can be found in your program, so please take it home with you and keep it handy during the week. And call the office if you have any questions. We also have a texting service that you're welcome to join. We send out announcements, spiritual messages, and affirmations throughout the week. This is also another way you can reach the office if you have a question or a prayer request and would like to text. There's no cost to sign up, so I encourage everyone to join. The number is up on the monitors and on the back side of your program. And now it's time for announcements. Current events happening at our center could always be found at the concierge table, online through our social media platforms, and community calendar found on our website. These are all updated regularly, so please check back often, as we are always adding new, exciting things and opportunities to gather at our center. We also have a printed calendar of events and inspirational affirmations that you can grab on your way and take that home as well. So everything is affirmations on the back and all of the events on the front. We have a lot going on at our center, don't we? We always do. It's really, really impressive. Okay. The first slide is Eddie and Amethyst of HD Healing 760. Could Eddie and Amethyst just raise their hands up? Great, thank you. They're part of HD Healing 760 and are here today for another fantastic sonic sound community experience. Join us at 12 p.m. after service and fellowship. This is a fundraising event for our center, and we appreciate your support and participation. The suggested love offering is $20, and all are welcome, so bring your friends and your family along. The next slide is our certificated course titled The Art and Science of Spiritual Mind Treatment started last Monday, and it's not too late to join. Join them tomorrow night, Monday, October 14th at 6 p.m. This is an 8-week course facilitated by licensed practitioner Marina Shoup. Marina Shoup, would you raise up your hand? Let's give Marina a hand. The fee is $120, which includes your workbook, your class instruction, and certificate upon completion of the course. Scholarships are available. This course offers students an opportunity to develop an understanding of the structure, function, and application of spiritual mind treatment, which in the science of mind is our affirmative way that we pray. Create a life you love through treatment. See Practitioner Marina Shoup. The next slide is Garden Party Saturday, October 19th at 7:30 a.m. See Clay Bailar or Frank St. Clair if you have any questions. And I always want to promote this because it is beautiful outside at 7:30 in the morning if anybody hasn't noticed. I mean, it's the time you want to be out. It's the time you want to do whatever you need to do outside. And there's just so much to do around our center. The inside looks beautiful, and the outside, it needs a lot of help and love and TLC. And if you come to the garden party, you can help us do all that and make it look beautiful out there. So I urge you to come because it's just so nice. You get to talk with your friends and help our center at the same time. The next slide is karaoke on October 19th. It's Saturday. I thought it was Friday. Okay. It's Saturday night at 6 p.m. Whether you can sing or not, come to this exciting event and bring your friends. Raise your hand if you've ever been to karaoke at High Desert Center for Spiritual Living. Look at all those hands. Great. It's super fun. I love it. It's just a very comforting place. If you don't feel like you're a great singer, it doesn't matter. you're up there enjoying yourself and enjoying the company and the camaraderie of your friends. So it's just a really fun place to be. We have snacks, and we have, I think they're called KJs, or karaoke Js, that, show us what we're going to sing, and it's just so great. The next slide is a board meeting. We're having our board meeting next Sunday, October 20th. All are welcome to join after service. Next week, I want to recommend that you come to the board meeting too. Last month, there were so many new people there. It was really exciting to see that. And it's just a place where you learn about the center and learn about what goes on here, and that it takes a village to make everything happen here. And it's just a wonderful place to be and a wonderful place to be participating with at our center. The next slide is Growing Gracefully. Growing Gracefully workshop is on Saturday, September 26th at 11 a.m. Check out the flyer at the concierge table for more information. So this is the Essentials Immunity Strong. Sounds really great. The next slide is on October 27th, which is getting close to Halloween. We'll be excited to wear our favorite Halloween costumes. Join us for the fun, as there might even be a prize or prizes for the best costume or costumes. That's October 27th, the Sunday before Halloween. There's always lots happening at our center, so check back often and stay connected. And now I'd like to welcome Practitioner for today, Judy St. Clair. Let's give her a hand.
Thank you, Emily. That's wonderful. Good morning. It's nice to be back. Sort of. Alaska was really wonderful. Please join me in the affirmation for today. I let go of doubt and embrace confidence. Please join me. I let go of doubt and embrace confidence. One more. I let go of doubt and embrace confidence. I hope you do. Dr. Ernest Holmes' promises. They are in your program and up on the monitors if you care to join me. I keep the promise that I have made myself to affirm in this moment that I am abundant, healthy, wealthy, strong, and happy. I keep the intention to daily speak this truth to my inner soul, telling it that it is wonderful and marvelous, that it is one with the great cause of life, truth, power, and action. I whisper these things into my soul until it breaks forth into songs of joy with the realization of its limitless possibilities. I assure my soul. And now for a contemplation time. Chris?
Forgive me. Thank you. I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. We are responsible for what we see. Healing ourselves will heal the world. I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. We are responsible for what we see. Healing ourselves will heal the world. I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you.
Clay Bailar will now join me in lighting the flames of faith. We perform the flames of faith ceremony to promote the universal consciousness of life, which acknowledges that all people and all faith, all beings, come from one great universal presence, which we call spirit. The unity candle represents the unifying nature of all religions through thought and experience, which we honor here today. We light the first candle for the shamanic traditions, honoring the benefits and practices of all indigenous people, the way of primal spirituality. We light the second candle for Hinduism, honoring the path of knowledge, action, and devotion. We light the third candle for the Tao, honoring the universal path of harmony and equilibrium, the natural way. We light the fourth candle for Judaism, honoring the ethical path of living by sacred law. We light the fifth candle for all forms of Buddhism, honoring the Four Noble Truths and the path of compassion. We light the sixth candle for all forms of Christianity, honoring the Christ consciousness as the path of love. We light the seventh candle for all forms of Islam, honoring the path of compliance with the will of God as the highest calling. We light the eighth candle for the universalistic religion of Baha'i, honoring the path of unity and peace. We light the ninth candle, acknowledging all forms of new thought, honoring the metaphysical path of mental healing through the practice of universal spiritual principles. We light the 10th candle for inclusivity, affirming that all are welcomed here. And as Clay lights the healing candle, please put silently into the light names of loved ones, knowing that they have the experience of eternal love. And so it is. And we continue entering this beautiful spiritual place, this beautiful experience of love, compassion, understanding, forgiveness. We let go of our bloated expectations and accept where we really are, right now, right here. We accept the power of God that moves through us and the presence of Spirit moving through each and every one, recognizing who and what we are and where we can go. We've stepped into our boat of destiny. We've gone to our island of our future and our now. And we are now open to step forward and pursue the great, wonderful things that are coming to the center for each and every one of us. I bless this place. I bless our music, our sound, all of our people in our office, our volunteers, our kitchen, every part of the center. I bless all the people that love this garden and like to keep it going, as gorgeous as it is. Thank you, God, for all that is ours, and for letting us share it with all of those that are not here. Knowing that this is so, and everything is in divine order, I accept this truth. And so it is.
And now, Reverend Valerie.
Thank you. Knowing that life is good, I was thinking as we were putting in the healing candle, Judy, you are just such a beautiful presence and powerful. And as we put names in the healing candle, I was thinking of Joan, Joyce, Jordan, all the J's, and anyone else. So we love you knowing that healing is going on. And as Chris so lovely sang, Ho'oponopono. For those of you that don't know, and if you do know, then you can correct me for the parts that I get wrong, but Dr. Lin, something like that, was a medical doctor that worked with the criminally insane, and they hired him to come in and work with prisoners that were criminally insane, and he did not want to be face-to-face with them. And so he took each one of their charts, and he knew that there's only one. There's only one. And so if I can heal it in me, I'm going to heal it out here. So as he took each person's chart and just came up with these words, I'm sorry, I love you, please forgive me, thank you. And it's something to take into ourselves, because as we heal it in ourselves, then we heal it out here in the world. And we want to heal things in the world. I know that there is peace, because there is peace in me, and so everywhere I go, I make sure that there is peace where I am. And making sure that if we jump into that toxic pool of craziness, that we step aside, or we recognize it right away, or if we get into those thoughts that are not serving us, letting peace be my home, because peace is where I am, and so carrying that peace with us. Today, my talk title, do I want to attempt to have the power? I do. It's our personal power. So we're going to talk about our personal power, and we'll see what happens. Somebody last time said, you got to turn it on. It's like, oh, yeah, I do. So bear with me. All right, we're going to just go to the slide. So my personal power says, Nick, thank you so much. You know, I think about all of us have different journeys. And I know every time I talk about something else I did or another position I had, because my resume reads like a novel, and I am good with that. I remember when my oldest son decided he wanted to live with his dad in Idaho. And so I'm moving to Idaho, not to let the, I was in Nebraska, I'd gone to California, Nebraska. I had been around the world a little bit. And here's my 4 kids and myself back in Nebraska. And my oldest son decided he wants to live in Idaho. I had never been there. That's where his dad was. So of course I'm going to have to move. I'm controlling that way, and I'm okay with that. So when I got there, of course, you know, it wasn't as pretty as I thought it would be. I went to the Department of Labor, and I said, how is the job situation here? And he said, oh, don't move here. There are no jobs here. And I'm like, oh, perhaps you do not know who I am. You know, sometimes we just need to know that, even though somebody's saying this, oh, there's no jobs, or you can't do that, or whatever it is. It's like, perhaps you do not know who I am. I am one with the divine spirit and power, and as I step into that personal power, into that divine power, I know that something wonderful is always showing up for me. It always, always, always does. So celebrating it and knowing it. Ernest Holmes says this in How to Use Your Power. We must understand that there is a power for good, and we must realize that this power flows through us, and that the instrument of this power is our own mind. Play that mind well, which means we practice it. I'm sure you didn't just jump on the piano and you could play, although you're very talented. So we have to practice with that instrument. We have to learn how to use it. We must begin right where we are because there is no other place we can begin. We have to begin where we are, and it's like, well, maybe I want to be over there, but I'm right here. So let me start tuning into my own power. So some of the power I'm going to... Yes, I've got novels to read today. I've got exciting stuff because it's stuff that just really excites me about our own invisible power. Ernest Holmes wrote a book that you can get. It's called Your Invisible Power. You can get it on the Science Mind Archives, csl.org, and Science Mind Archives are there. If we go to the next slide, Ernest Holmes says you must realize that the creative power which I am is also the creative power which you are. For you and I are one. And remembering that oneness. So if we look out there in the world and we see great things that people are doing, it's like everything they do, I want to go into that song, anything you can do, I can do better. But not better, just different. Anything anyone does, we can do in a different way. So celebrating our own life and saying, you know what, there's a power that's flowing through me. And let me just tap into that power, which means taking a breath, sitting in that power, recognizing that energy that's flowing through, because there's a pure and perfect part of us, inside all of us. And there's a power that we can tap into that just connects, and we can go where we choose to. So Ernest Holmes wrote Your Invisible Power, nice little download that a person can download. Also, Genevieve Behrend, let me say it right. I always want to say Janine, but it's Genevieve Behrend, also wrote Your Invisible Power. Now, she wrote hers in 1921. He wrote his in 1940. Similarities a little bit, but she goes really more into the power of visualization. We all possess more power and greater possibilities than we realize, and visualizing is one of the greatest of these powers. It brings other possibilities to our observation. When we pause to think for a moment and we realize that for a cosmos to exist at all, it must be the outcome of a cosmic mind. We're part of that cosmic mind. This is a free download. If you just say free PDF download of Your Invisible Power, this will come up. It's a fantastic little booklet. And Genevieve was Thomas Troward's only student. How many of you are familiar with Thomas Troward? Okay, great, very amazing teacher, very challenging to understand. Yeah, and he didn't want to have students. He's like, I'm just doing this stuff and I'm just thinking these thoughts and putting these books together. That can be very challenging. So Genevieve is like, I want to learn from you. And she went to visit him and he said, yeah, I'm really not going to take on any clients. Well, he had a cat, and the cat jumped on her lap. And he thought, something about that is mystical. And the fact that my cat likes her, my cat that doesn't like anyone likes her, okay, I'll agree to teach you, but you're going to have to get over to England. And this is back in the 1920s. She needed $20,000 to take a ship and to get over there. So she's using his philosophy, his teaching. I don't know where it's coming from, but it's gonna come. And so she visualized herself on the boat. She visualized herself sitting with him in England. She visualized herself living in England for the time to be able to work with him. Now, a lot of the notes that I've read, it's very unclear exactly how she got all the money, but she got $20,000. She was going to have her good. It's like, this is what I want. This is what I'm excited about. And she was consistent. She was persistent in her visualization. And it's so interesting to me because I do it too, and perhaps you do it, but we have a vision of something we want, and do we take time every single day to visualize that? Yeah, sometimes. Yeah. which we have over 60,000 thoughts every single day. And a good majority of those thoughts are negative. We're judging something out here, we're judging something in here, we're judging something in the mirror, we're judging something instead of stepping into the divine curiosity of life. Interesting that, and I don't mean it like, I just mean, interesting that people have this decision or that decision or have this belief or that belief because there's only one, and yet we get to see the plethora of this wonderful, I call it the cosmic soup. Interesting that this is unfolding, interesting that that's unfolding. Well, years ago, and I did tell this in my workshop last week. How many were in my workshop last week? Okay, and hopefully you received all of the stuff that I emailed out. Most of you did. I couldn't find the sign-in sheet for a few days. So when I found it, it's little games I like to play with myself. Where is it? It's kind of the Where's Waldo. It's like, okay, really thought I put it in this bag, but I didn't, and that's okay. I'm going to find it at the right and perfect time, so I know the email went out at the perfect time. So I shared when we had moved to Idaho and then to California and then back to Nebraska after my kids graduated, then we went to Kansas for a little while. And when I was in Kansas, the game show Deal or No Deal came out. I'm like, oh, I love the show, I want to be on it. And so made a videotape with my kids, and I was there, and they were literally bouncing off the walls in the background, which was great. It was my son, he's a director, actor. Said, let's bounce off the walls, that'll get their attention. So I send in the VHS, because that's how long ago it was. I sent in the VHS, and I'm waiting, and they didn't call. And then I'm waiting, and they didn't call. And then we moved back to California, and I had changed my number. And I still hadn't heard from Deal or No Deal, but my son called me one day, and he said, Deal or No Deal's looking for you. I'm like, yes, best day ever. So I called them, and they had started a new syndicated version. And if you've seen it, they had the supermodels holding cases. Well, the syndicated version had the contestants, potential contestants, holding the cases. And so I got called. I was one of 35 people that were there. They only have, I think, 22 on stage or 21 on stage, however many it is, that get to hold a case. And right before I went out, because I was there, they spin a wheel and they say what number is going to get to come out on stage. And I had number 8. And right before I went out on stage, they swapped me with number 20. So I'm there, I'm excited, and it landed in number 20. So yay! But I was consistent and persistent about seeing myself on that game show, even though I didn't remember that I hadn't updated my phone number for them, and you get busy in life, and then there it is. And I won $27,000, so that was awesome, yay. And if I held on and tried one more, I could have got $88,000. But you know what? 27 was fabulous, and it was great, and it was right there, and could have gone home with just $200 or less. So being persistent about something that you're wanting, what is it that I would love? Do you want a best-selling book? Do you want to be a singer? You can go anywhere and sing. Just about anywhere. You can go and sing different places. You can learn to play the piano. You can learn French. You can do whatever you choose to do. It's just being consistent and persistent. And really tuning into those pictures inside. What is pulling me? What is mine to do? And regardless if we're retired or not, there is something that is here for you to do. And it could be experiencing the fun and joy. My aunt lives in Las Vegas, and she has been retired for about 25 years. But she goes somewhere every month. She just got back from the Baltic states, and it's like I had to look that up and figure out what that is, because geography, not my cup of tea. Although I love going places. And she's like, oh, I'm going to go to Greece next, and I'm going to do this, and I'm going to do that. She has the experience of joy, and that is her mission. I want to experience joy every day. I want to see the world. I want to see how people are in other parts. So where do you want to go? What do you want to do? And then there's other people like my sister, who's like, we did this Alaskan cruise and not our cup of tea. We like just being home and just taking care of our yard, and that's okay. Whatever works for you. So finding what is your passion, what is your goal, what is your excitement, What gets you up every day to say this is the best day ever? So fun little downloads, and if you're like, oh, I don't have a big printer, see me, we'll print you one. Charge a little bit for the printing fee, just $5. But if you want a copy of either one, Ernest Holmes, or if you want a copy of Genevieve Behrens' Your Invisible Power, see me. Or just come take it. I was waiting for someone to get excited, just, yes, I want it! All right, let's go on to the next slide. What would it look like for you to approach tomorrow with a sense of honor and privilege, believing that you have work to do in the world, that it matters, that it's needed, that you have a path and you're working your craft? What would it be like to wake up and it's like, tomorrow? And, you know, I want to say there's always tomorrow, but there isn't always tomorrow. There's only right now. There's only right now. So it's like right now, what is it that I want to wake up to each and every day? I usually wake up to best day ever. And some days, best day ever, you know? Because we have our days, and then it's like, okay, let me say it a few more times. Let me put it in my body language. Let me get excited about life. Let me smile. They fake it till you make it. Because if you're smiling, you're telling your brain that you're happy. Oh boy, let's smile a little more. You know, it's really interesting. Our body language speaks a lot to ourselves, what we're saying to ourselves all day long, and how we're opening ourselves up to life. So I want to be open to the goodness and being in that space of I am just open and something wonderful is unfolding, even though this is happening. There's a line that I've used before, the pain pushes until the vision pulls. So keeping our vision in front of us. But there's also pain is in direct proportion to our expectations. So if I expect things to be like this, and they're not, then I'm going to be disappointed. However, if I have a vision that here's what I would love, and here's the feeling I want to experience, then no matter how it shows up, I'm going to be excited about it. And not having that total expectation it's going to be like this, and this, but like, this is the feeling that I want, and I want that connection with people. And so let me step into that arena and let me just embrace it, however it is and however it isn't. Because have you ever had expectations something was going to be a certain way and then it wasn't? Wah, wah, wah. Yet it could be even better than we even imagined. So it's like, let me just know that something wonderful is always unfolding. Always. When my oldest son graduated from high school, I could not wait to leave Idaho. It's not my favorite place in the world. So it's like, let's get back to California. So we moved back to California, and sometimes we're not in the flow of spirit. I was not in the flow of spirit. I was just pushing and making it happen. I'm just going to make this happen, even though things weren't lining up the way I wanted them to. I wasn't tuning in enough to spirit. And a couple months down the road, it's like, okay, we need a bigger place, closer to a school, and in a different location. And I ended up being, I'm going to call it victim, because maybe I was in the victim mentality, a victim of a rental fraud. I had given this woman all my money to move into this place. And the day we pulled up, my heart started beating because I kept feeling something's not right. And I had that inner intuition saying something's not right. I go up and there's a sign on the door that says, call LAPD, you have been scammed along with me and a bunch of other families. Yeah, so I'm knowing something wonderful is always unfolding, yes. And so I called the person's number who was on there. He's a musician who has a pregnant wife and a little girl, and now they have no money to move to another place. I was fortunate enough because I have family everywhere, and so I had an option to stay in California or to go back to Nebraska. And at that time, I'm like, why is this happening? Why is this unfolding? Well, this guy called ABC News, Rick Romero, news reporter, came out and did a story on the fact that, you know, there was this rental scam going on and how it looked and how people are getting away with doing this thing. And it's like, well, I'm not sure what to do. I could stay here, but that feels too much like it's not in the flow. My dad said, come back to Nebraska. I got a place. And so I went back to Nebraska. Now, moving that direction, I'm like, oh, feels like it's going backwards. And so I had to release, it's like something wonderful is unfolding here. Well, my oldest son got to do so much acting, working with a community theater there where he got to be the star in everything, where they did state competitions and won, and so he got to have a lot of great experience. I also got to work with a team of people that did improv, and I would never have done stage hypnosis had I not done that. So it was like the best thing ever, in hindsight. So looking at it where I ended up like, oh, I'm gonna have to go backwards. It was the best thing. So it's like trusting spirit. It's like, here's my vision here, but sometimes it's not a straight line to there. Sometimes it's like, oh, we're gonna take a detour, we're gonna take another detour and another detour, and then maybe the vision changes a little bit. And then it's like, okay, I am so happy I went through that experience. Not in the middle of it, but when I landed, where I landed and learned and met the people that I met, phenomenal, people that I still stay in contact with, that I absolutely love, and connections that I have back in Nebraska besides my family, that when I go back there I can have so much fun. So even though it may be not turning out exactly the way you were expecting, keep knowing that something wonderful is always happening and things are always working out for me. Even if it doesn't appear in that moment, things are always working out for me. Let's go to the next slide. Jesus tells us not to be discouraged because we do not overcome everything at once, or because our progress seems to be slow. Sometimes I feel like my progress is a little too slow. If we are moving, if things are improving, even though not very quickly, we have no need to be discouraged. We need only to work on steadily, and provided we are wholehearted in our efforts, we shall surely be filled. It's happening. Jesus was one of the greatest teachers that we have. The things I do, you can do greater, he said. And it's like, yes, we can do even more. And life is continuing to unfold, and we get to experiment with our thoughts. So as we go into the laboratory of our own consciousness, what am I creating? And not in a way of, oh my God, how did I create this? Because trust me, when I went through a rental scam, I'm like, how did I create this? And we don't want to get into the guilt or get caught up into that, but let that go. And it's like, okay, Spirit is just guiding me through a different way. Maybe I need some more tools for my spiritual tool belt. Maybe I need to know how to navigate in this situation. And maybe I need to learn to trust my intuition just a little bit more. And get in the flow and listen to Spirit instead of trying to push the wheel. I know Abraham Hicks always talks about be in the flow, because if we're trying to walk up the water, you ever been in a river or something that's flowing one way and you're trying to go the other way? It's challenging. It's like, we don't need to do that. Let's keep life simple. Keep it simple. Keep it easy. Keep it loving. And make sure that you're guarding the temple of your own consciousness, which means those 60,000 thoughts that come in, let's make sure that they're good and loving thoughts about ourselves and about the world around us. And there's a lot of stuff going on, and we might be in the curiosity of a lot of things. And it's like, okay, something wonderful is unfolding to teach us, to learn, to grow, and to remember to stay in that peaceful space and to ask ourselves, what would I love? I think I have one more slide. Oh, this is a fun slide. So a couple weeks ago, I was speaking in Redondo Beach, and I had this quote, and the singer got up and she started singing these words, and I'm like, I've heard those words somewhere. It's like, oh, it's on my PowerPoint. We are the movers and the shakers and the peacemakers. We are the lovers and the leaders. We are the ones we have been waiting for. We're the ones we've been waiting for. You know, so many people want to get into a relationship to make life all better. Some people want to get out of a relationship to make life all better, you know, whichever way it goes. And so making sure that we're the ones that we've been waiting for, which means if I jump into a conversation or a relationship, and everything's a relationship, with someone or something, I want to make sure that I am in the flow with that it's working for me, and that it hasn't become toxic. Because sometimes people stay in toxic relationships. whether it be a friendship. It could be even a relationship with money. You might be in a toxic relationship with money. So let's get into a love relationship with money. Let's get into a love relationship with everything that feeds our body and our soul and our heart and our mind, because we are creating our own reality with our mind. So choose well. Choose things that you love. Choose you, because you're the one you've been waiting for. Right? It's like, I found me. All is well. Life is good. Which means, a lot of times I see people that treat other people better than they treat themselves. Let's switch that up. Start treating yourself as the one you've been waiting for, in wonderment, in love, in peace, in harmony, knowing that every day is the best day ever, and so it is. All right, thank you. Now we're going to have Tina and Lori are singing with Chris. So something wonderful, something beautiful. Let's give it up for them.
Thank you. We have a song here called We Are All Angels. It's from Michael Gott and Karen Drucker.
Test. Hello, hello. Test. Nothing.
Hello.
Oh, test.
Getting
Testing.
our microphones
Now you
here.
can hear me? Okay, they said they can hear me. What about testing again?
Hello.
Yeah.
We are all angels who only have one wing. All angels searching for each other. All angels who cannot reach the sky. 'Cause we need each other to fly. Do you know that there are angels in our midst? Can you hear them? Can you feel them? They're all around you, with you every day. Do you see them, or do you look the other way?
It's that man that I forgot to kiss as I hurried out the door, or that stranger that said hello that I ignored. They are angels.
They are angels.
We are angels. We are all angels
who only have one wing. All angels searching for each other. All angels who cannot reach the sky. 'Cause we need each other to fly. My life gets so busy, time goes by so fast. I rush through the day, trying to make each moment last. But when I take the time to look around, I see sweet angels smiling back at me.
everywhere at any time. I need to open up my eyes and see the beauty that surrounds me. Now I realize we are angels.
We are
Beautiful, thank you. Very nice. Yeah, Michael Gott is near and dear to my heart, too. I got to pick him up at the airport not too long ago for a retreat that we were doing. The ushers are going to come forward now, and as the ushers come forward, know that there are many places to give. If you notice, also, oh, and the choir's coming forward, too. Okay. It's all good. Thank you. Yeah, the choir's coming up. Woo! Let's give it up for the choir. Yes. And as the ushers are coming forward, I don't know if you noticed on your program, we did put a QR code. It's also up online. So there are many ways to give. Thank you so much for supporting this center. This is a big center, so we have a lot of things to be grateful for. So let's say our giving affirmation all together. Divine love consecrates my gift. It goes forth to heal, prosper, and bless. It is evidence of my conviction that God is the source and substance of my supply. I joyously contribute to the vision of this spiritual center, knowing it returns to me, multiplied abundantly.
Gratitude before me, gratitude behind me, gratitude to the left of me, gratitude to the right of me, gratitude above me, gratitude below me, gratitude within me, gratitude all around me. I'm so grateful, I'm so grateful, I'm so grateful, I'm so grateful. Gratitude for me, gratitude behind me, gratitude to the left of me, gratitude to the right of me, gratitude above me, gratitude below me, gratitude within me, gratitude all around me. I'm so grateful, I'm so grateful, I'm so grateful, I'm so grateful, I'm so grateful.
Knowing in this wonderful gratitude that it is all around us, it is within us, that we just move our way through life with this grateful spirit, this grateful heart, this grateful knowing that life is always working out for me, that things are always for my highest and best, that the universe is conspiring for my goodness always, always, always. And in gratitude, I release knowing all is well. And so it is.
So it is.
Right? So we do have some goodies after we have, I made coffee today and it actually percolated, so this is like the best day ever, because last week that didn't really happen. I made a cake, and I know there's a lot of other goodies out there, so grab some goodies, have some great conversation, and then come back in here at noon for the wonderful sonic sound, which will be fabulous and wonderful. Yay! It's a wonderful healing time. So we have our children today, along with Jordan. Come on up, and let's all make our circle and circle up and sing the best day ever.
I can't help it, God makes me want to sing. I can't help it, God makes me want to sing. It makes me feel so good, I can do anything. I can't help it, God makes me want to sing. I can't help it, God makes me want to sing. It makes me feel so good, I can do anything. It makes me feel so good, I can do anything.
on your feet. See the light in everybody you meet. Everybody get up on your feet. See the light in everybody you meet. Let us be reminded of who we've come to be. We are love, we are one big family. Hey.